Hello everyone. This is what is trending in the news. Nigerian government denies abandoning students on Morocco scholarship. The Minister of Education, Tunji Alawusa, said no beneficiary on valid federal government scholarship has been abandoned. The federal government has dismissed reports suggesting that Nigerian students studying in Morocco under a scholarship scheme have been abandoned, describing the claims as false and unfounded. The government also denied awarding any initial, oh, sorry, the government also denied awarding any new bilateral scholarships in 2025, insisting that documents circulating to support such claims are fake, authenticated, and constitute a calculated attempt to mislead public and discredit government policy. The clarification was made in a statement issued on Wednesday by the spokesperson for the Ministry of Education, Falashade Boriowo. Payments made up to 2024. Quoting to the Minister of Education, Tuji Alausa, the statement explained that all Nigerian students enrolled under the Bilateral Education Scholarship BES program before 2024 had received payments up to 2024 budget year. Mr. Alabusa said no beneficiary on a valid federal government scholarship has been abandoned, while also refuting claims that new bilateral scholarship awards were made in October 2025 or at any time after. Any temporary delays in outstanding payments are attributable to fiscal constraint and are currently being addressed through ongoing engagement between the Federal Ministry of Education and the Ministry of Finance. So now, reasons for ending overseas scholarships. Mr. Lawusas explained that the decision to discontinue government-funded bilateral scholarships abroad followed a comprehensive policy review. The review, he said, showed that Nigeria now has adequate capacity within its universities, polytechnics, and colleges of education to offer the affected programs locally. Consequently, only scholarships that are fully funded by foreign governments are now being supported, with all financial obligations borne entirely by the host countries, he said. Support for existing students continues. Despite the policy shift, the minister said the federal government would continue to support students already enrolled under previous arrangements until the completion of their programs. He added that students who may prefer to discontinue their studies abroad may formally write to the Department of Scholarship Awards. Such students, he said, are being offered the option of returning to Nigeria, where they will be seamlessly reintegrated into appropriate tertiary institutions of their choice. The federal government will also cover their return travel costs to ensure a smooth and orderly transition, he added. Tackling the abuse in scholarship system. According to Mr. Lausa, the reforms were part of the current administration's effort to eliminate inefficiencies and abuses within the scholarship system. He noted that past practices of sponsoring overseas training for courses already well established in Nigeria had placed avoidable financial burdens on the country. The federal government, he added, remains committed to transparency, accountability, and the prudent management of public resources, while warning against misinformation, blackmail, and attempt to undermine policies designed to strengthen national capacity and safeguard the integrity of the education center. Now, Nigerian students enrolled in its US higher uh, institution rises. The number of Nigerians students enrolling into US higher institution have increased every year for more than a decade, except in the 2020-2021 academic year due to COVID. The number of Nigerian students enrolled in higher institutions in the United States has increased by 13.5% in the 2023-2024 academic year compared to the previous 2021-2022 academic year. According to the figure released by the United States diplomatic mission to Nigeria in its open door report on international education exchange 2029, Nigerian students enrolled in the just concluded academic year. That means to say 20,029 Nigerian students enrolled in just concluded academic year 2023 to 2024, up from 14,438 last year. This places Nigeria as Africa's leading source of international students and seventh globally, said the report shared with our source. Nigerian students in the US, the number of Nigerian students enrolling in US higher institutions have increased every year for more than a decade. The holy decline recorded between the 2019-2020 and 2019-2020 and 2020-2021 academic years was attributed to the COVID to vaccination protocols imposed by some of the institutions. Nigeria has now moved 3 places from 10th to 7th in the list of countries with the highest number of international students in the US. This year, Nigeria has more international students in the US than Mexico, Brazil, and Saudi Arabia. Each of the countries had more students in the US than Nigeria did last year. International student in the US, right? The report reveals that US colleges and universities host a record-breaking like 1,126,690 students internationally this year. That is to make a breaking it is a high breaking, it is a record from individual from Nigeria that wanted to come to US to actually come to enroll in the education. This milestone aligns with the 75th anniversary of the Open Doors Report, the leading benchmark for international education exchange in the United States, is stated. The report noted that Nigerian students bring a wealth of diversity, perspective, and academic excellence to US universities, enriching the educational experience for all students. Nigerian scholars are known for their strong academic backgrounds and commitment to advanced education, with over 55% pursuing graduate level studies in the United States, the report said.